Hello Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Capricorn, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Capricorn, let's get started. What's the overall energy for this connection? Let's see what we got. Okay, we have to. Why is all the earth signs getting freaking deception? I want to say Virgo, actually. What was it, Virgo? No, that's a lie. It was actually Pisces. Anyways, so we do have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So deception could definitely represent that somebody is being deceptive within this relationship, but not all the time. Typically when I get this card, one thing that I've noticed throughout my readings is that when this card comes out, it could represent that somebody within this connection has trust issues. Maybe you do, maybe your person does. It's a possibility. Of course, this could represent somebody who thinks somebody's being deceptive, but it doesn't necessarily mean that this person actually is. So ultimately, we'll see why we're getting this card and how it resonates with your reading for today. But we are going to focus on you first, and then we'll jump over to your person. Just keep in mind that the roles can be reversed, okay? How does Capricorn currently view this relationship? Okay. So it kind of looks like... you've been secretly wanting to end things here with someone. I am definitely getting that. With the Five of Pentacles to the Strength card coming out here, this to me kind of feels like you trying your hardest to find the strength and the courage within yourself to get up and walk away from something that hasn't been serving your highest good for quite some time now. So this could be referring to a marriage, relationship, possibly even a job for some of you out there. But I am definitely getting that when it comes down to actually getting up and walking away from whatever this thing is that hasn't been serving you for quite some time now. It kind of looks like it's a very challenging and hard thing for you to do, from the looks of it. Okay. Let's look at this person. How does this person currently view this relationship? Just to me, it kind of feels like you've been trying to find the strength and the courage within yourself to get up and walk away from a specific person is basically what I'm getting. And I'm kind of curious as to why you want to get up and walk away, from this person. But as far as like how they're currently viewing the relationship, with that Ten of Swords energy coming out here, that's kind of telling me that this person feels like something's like wrong. Something's wrong. They feel like something's wrong with you. Well, not literally like something's wrong with you. They just kind of feel like something's up. Like, they just feel like you're not being your normal self. You know what I mean? They feel like something's up, something's wrong, with you, but not in that way. You know what I mean? I do kind of feel like this person very soon is going to try to pull it out of you just to kind of see what you end up telling them. So this person might ask you like, hey, is everything good with you? Like, is everything good with us? Like, is everything good? I just kind of feel like this person just wants to kind of make sure that everything's good between the two of y'all is basically what I'm getting. And it kind of looks like as of lately, you've been giving them this vibe that something's just not right, is basically what I'm getting so far. Okay. How does Capricorn feel? We have the Ten of Swords, so Two of Pentacles, and then we also have the Chariot out here. It's like you're contemplating, should you stay or should you go? Should you stay or should you go? I'm kind of curious as to why you want to end the relationship, though. Tell me more about the Ten of Swords. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands. We got the Eight of Wands. We also have the Three of Cups, and then we also have the Nine of Cups. Okay, so I feel like the main reason why you want to get up and walk away from this relationship has a lot to do with the fact that this person, this connection isn't making you happy like it once upon a time did. I feel like you've been trying your hardest, to get this relationship between the two of you back to the way it used to be between the two of you when things were good / great between the two of you. But I think that no matter how hard you try, I guess, to get this relationship back to the way it used to be, you still kind of find yourself feeling the exact same way you feel now, which is, an energy of you being extremely unhappy within your relationship with this person. This relationship between you and this person, not only does it not make you happy, but it doesn't bring that sense of fun and excitement into your life anymore. I'm also getting that as well. I'm also getting that as well. Let's look at this person. How does this person... I just got... I feel like what could have happened here between you and this person, Capricorn, is that maybe, just maybe, this person started to get really comfortable within their relationship with you. So maybe this person doesn't do things that they used to do, right? Within this dynamic that they share with you. Like maybe, let's just say, like in the beginning of your relationship with this person used to like buy you flowers or buy you gifts, whatever have you. Well, it kind of looks like now that they're all comfortable and cozy within this dynamic between the two of you, maybe they don't do that anymore. Maybe this person, in the beginning of their relationship with you, they used to take you out, you know, places. Maybe they don't do that anymore. I just kind of feel like this person has drastically changed throughout the course of their involvement with you, but it has a lot to do with the fact that this person, you know, has found themselves extremely comfortable within their relationship with you. So they may not feel like they have to go above and beyond like they did in the very beginning. You know, of their relationship with you. You know, that's definitely a possibility, but we do have the Sun, we have the World, and then we also have the Nine of Swords. You know, the Sun, it does speak of happiness and joy, but it also speaks of illumination, and that's kind of why what I feel is kind of leaning more so towards when it comes onto your person and their energy. I think that this person can clearly see that you're drastically changing within this dynamic here between the two of you. In other words, when they basically look at you, they could basically just tell that you're not really happy, you know, with them or within your relationship with them. And I think that does really worry them and concern them, that you're not happy with them or within your relationship with them. They could just take one good look at you and just tell that you're not happy. Okay, what actions will Capricorn take towards this person or moving forward? We got the Page of Wands to the Ace of Swords, and then we also have the Wheel of Fortune. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Seven of Wands. We also have the, oh, here we go, Eight of Wands to the Three of Cups to the Nine of Cups. Okay, well, I mean, we're starting to kind of understand why deception even came out for this reading, so let's get into it. I see you deciding to go off and try something brand new, okay? I am definitely getting that. So this could definitely represent you randomly deciding, you know what? Maybe I should just go back to school. You know what I mean? Maybe I should just go back to school and further my education and stop obsessing over how unhappy I am with this person and just, fuck it, let me just go back to school. This to me kind of feels like you looking for an escape from your physical reality with this person, because your physical reality with this person brings a lot of like unhappiness into your life. Instead of you addressing it and doing something about it, which, don't get me wrong, I feel like you have. I feel like you've tried to get this relationship back to the way it used to be. And unfortunately, a lot of you still find yourself feeling the exact same way you've been feeling about this relationship, which is you know, you feeling extremely unhappy. You feel like this relationship just doesn't bring that sense of like happiness, joy, or excitement into your life. So we do see you definitely considering, you know, whether or not you should continue to remain with this person or not. But with the Two of Pentacles coming out here, that's kind of telling me that you're indecisive. It's like you don't know if you should stay or if you should leave the relationship. So instead of you obsessing over what should I do about my current situation, you're looking for something that could distract you from your physical reality with this person, like going back to school, signing up for like a gym somewhere, whatever, right? Whatever have you. Now, I'm not entirely sure specifically what it is that you're signing yourself up for, but you're basically doing something that you've never done before, like going back to school, for a perfect example, signing up for that, you know, class you've been wanting to attend, whatever, right? And I feel like you're going to meet somebody. I do. I feel like you're going to meet someone, whether it's at the gym, whether it's, you know, whether this is you deciding to go back to school and you meet someone there, but whatever it is that you're signing yourself up for, because I'm specifically getting that you're signing yourself up to do something, possibly even charity work for some of you, you're meeting somebody, okay? Now, this person that you're meeting, I am definitely getting that they will bring a lot of like, you know, fun and excitement to your life, the very thing that you're essentially lacking within your relationship, you know, with this person. I mean, I am definitely getting that. You just want to feel the same way that you felt when you initially met this person, how things were fun and exciting and unpredictable. But it kind of looks like things have been kind of reaching this point between you and this person where it kind of seems very like played out, very routine like, and I don't necessarily feel like you like that, hence why you've been trying to kind of like get this relationship back to the way it used to be without being, you know, unfortunately successful at it, because you still find yourself feeling the exact same way, feeling unhappy. Anyways, we do see you definitely meeting someone. Here we go. We do see you definitely eventually, yeah, we do see you eventually meeting someone. Now, I do feel like you will find yourself developing romantic feelings for this someone else. I am definitely getting that. However, even though I see you developing feelings for someone else, and it will be romantic feelings, I see you being very restricted when it comes down to like what you could do here, with this other person, considering your current situation. You know what I mean? So you're going to find yourself, yes, developing romantic feelings for someone else, but you're going to find yourself feeling very limited to what you could do with that person. You know what I mean? Without raising any sort of like red flags, you know what I mean? Or raising any eyebrows, if you will, is basically what I'm getting. But what actions will this person take towards Capricorn? So we do have the Moon, we do have the Empress, and then we also have the Four of Wands out here. I'm kind of getting a lot of sadness off of this Moon energy, and it does have a lot to do with you and their relationship with you. So let's look at that. Tell me more about the Moon. We have the Ten of Wands, we have the Seven of Cups, and then we also have the Page of Pentacles out here. I think that, going back to what I said, like, I think that this person could take one good look at you and just know that you're extremely unhappy with them. And you don't even have to tell them. They could just sense it. They could just feel it. They could just look at you and just tell, right? And I do see this poor person, man, like thinking of ways to like, you know, rekindle things with you and bring that, you know, sense of like fun and excitement, you know, into your life, into the relationship. But this to me feels like an energy of them constantly getting rejected by you. Let me set like a scene real quick. Let's just say, you know, for example, this person tells you like, hey, like, you know, I think that, you know, we should go like on a date this weekend. You know what I mean? It's been a while. We should go on a date this weekend. You're probably going to hit them with the, oh no, because, you know, I got to do this and I got to do that. You know what I mean? It's like every time this person tries to do something with you, you're just like, oh no, but I can't because I got to do this. I got to do that. You know what I mean? Causing them to kind of feel hopeless, to be completely honest. Causing them to feel hopeless, causing them to kind of feel like in a way they are losing you. Basically, they feel like they're losing you. They feel like they're losing you. They do. And that's the thing, you know, is that I gotta give it to them. I feel like this person's really trying, like, to like make you happy, you know what I mean? And, you know, rekindle things, right? Between the two of you, and you're just like, yeah, no, it's okay. I gotta go do this. I gotta, you know? Like this person might even go as far as to like, for example, buy you flowers, and, you know, you may not light up like you used to, you know what I mean? You might just hit them with the, oh, that's nice, thanks. Put it in the vase, please, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like this poor person is really trying, though. I do. I feel like this poor person's trying, and I feel like this person's constantly getting, like, you know, rejected. You know what I mean? By you, because instead of you going out on a date with them, you rather go do this. You rather go do that, you know? It has that type of feel to it, but let's look at this other human over here that I'm picking up within your energy field. Tell me more about the Three of Cups. I mean, I do want to look at this person a little bit more than this. Again, we are clarifying the Three of Cups here. So right off the bat, I don't know about this one over here, but let's talk about them anyways. Like I said, I do see you developing romantic feelings for this person, and I do see this person developing feelings for you. Primarily what we are getting off of this individual is lust. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you about it. We are specifically getting that for them. I'm not really that worried or concerned though when it comes down to that. And it's mainly because when at the end of the day you're dealing with a masculine energy, right? So one thing that I've noticed about masculine energies is that when they do meet someone, oftentimes, you know, the first thing that typically comes up is lust and desire. That's what typically comes out first, and then over time we start to see love and the butterflies and the rainbows and the ponies. When it comes down to feminine energies, what we typically see first is love and butterflies and ponies and rainbows and shit. You know what I mean? So this is, I would say, like a typical thing to see show up for a masculine energy who finds themselves connecting with someone that they really do like, that they are physically attracted to, because that's what masculine energies, you know, see first, is that person's physical appearance, you know what I mean? And then that's when the lust and the desire, you know, kicks in, or it doesn't. And in this case is definitely kicking in on their behalf. I'm not gonna lie. I say that when this person doesn't look at you, I think that they think a lot of things, if you know what I mean, without having to say it. But does this person like you? Yes. But what causes this person to really, 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 really want you, like really, 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 really want you, like more than they've ever fucking wanted anybody, has a lot to do with the fact that, technically speaking, you are somebody who's technically speaking off limits. And that's what increases, I would say, this person's like lust and desire for you, because, you know, like you're off limits, you know what I mean? Because of your current situation, because you're married, because you're in a relationship, you know what I mean? And I think that that causes them to have a lot of lust and desire for you because of your current situation, because technically speaking, you're somebody who's, you know, off limits, basically, which causes them to really, really want you. Let's look a little bit more into this person. Let me just take this just in case. Okay, so we have the, yeah, it's how do I explain the situation without getting in trouble with YouTube here? I think that this person is gonna try to like push for something to happen between the two of you, if you know what I mean, without having to say it. But it's kind of stemming from a place of like, I feel like this is like one of their fantasies, if you know what I mean, as far as getting involved with like a married woman or a married man, or a girl that's in a relationship, or a guy that's in a relationship, and being like the secret, you know what I mean, their dirty little secret. Like, this to me feels more so like a like a fantasy for them, basically, is what I'm gathering so far. What else can you tell me for this human? I have yet to get a court card for them. Now that I think about it, I have yet to get a court card for them. Oh, well. Okay. Here's the thing. When it comes down to this individual, do I see this person, okay, do I see this person eventually developing romantic feelings for you? Yes, we do see that happening. And, you know, like I said, when it comes down to masculine energies, the first thing that they see is a person's physical appearance. Lust and desire starts to kick in over time. Over time, that's when, you know, love could potentially show up and start to kick in. And in this case, we do see that definitely happening here on their behalf. We do see them developing romantic feelings for you. We do see this person developing love for you. We do see this person, you know, eventually wanting to pursue more out of you in this dynamic that they basically share with you. So I'm going to be very honest with you in what I'm saying here. Are they looking at you and instantly thinking you're like, you're basically like a fantasy to them? Absolutely, because of your current situation, and because you are somebody who's technically speaking off limits. So nobody should be pining after you the way that they are, considering the fact that you're married or you're in a relationship. But to them, this is like one of their fantasies, I'm gonna be honest, is to be involved with somebody who is married or in a relationship and be somebody's dirty little fucking secret. Once that fantasy is fulfilled, if you even allow it to get to that point, this is if you allow it to get to that point, okay? This is just me talking like if you allow it to get to that point. I think, yeah, this person over time will, you know, develop romantic feelings, you know, for you. I am definitely getting that strongly, and they are gonna want to, you know, push for more to transpire between the two of you, because I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not going to lie to you when I say this. when this all starts between the two of you, when you guys start to develop that friendship, whatever have you, at first, they're just looking at you like, damn, like, this is like a fantasy of mine that I can totally fulfill if I just push for it. You know what I mean? With Capricorn, right? That's all that they're looking at you as, like, you know, something to get off their bucket list. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm just telling you the truth. They're looking at you like, this is like something I could totally get off my bucket list real quick. You know what I mean? If I just push for it, if I just make it happen, you know? And if you allow it to get to that point, yes, this person is, technically speaking, their fantasy will essentially be fulfilled. You will definitely help them get this thing off of their bucket list. But what's going to end up happening is that once that is fulfilled, if you allow it to get to that point, that's when this person's going to find themselves developing romantic feelings for you, and they're going to want to take it a step further with you. I'm getting like them becoming very pushy with you. Not like literally, but they're going to be very pushy in the sense where they're going to be pushing you to do something about your current situation, because they're not going to want to be your little secret. You know what I mean? They're not going to want to. So this person's going to be like, yo, you better like do something about your current situation. You know what I mean? They're going to be very pushy in that aspect. When they start to develop romantic feelings for you, because they will, they're going to be very pushy when it comes down to like you doing something about your current situation. Because they're not trying to come second, you know, in second place. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? They're not going to want to like share you, if you will. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, that's basically what we're seeing here. Basically, that's what we're basically seeing here. You know what I mean? Basically. So, I mean, will this person bring that sense of fun and excitement to your life? Yeah, but that's just because they're a brand new person. You don't know them. They don't know you. Like, it's new, you know? Yeah, yes, it's going to bring fun and excitement to your life. But when it is all over and done with, if you even allow it to get to that point, you know, this is not going to be okay, let's do this, and then you go your way, I go my, no. And I'm not going to lie to you. I think that's going to be this person's mentality initially at first. Well, boom, like this is like a fucking fantasy I can fulfill real quick. You know, let me just make this happen real fast, you know? But once it does happen, if you allow it, yeah, this person's going to want to stick around. You know, if this was Burger King have it their way, they want to stick around forever, honey. And I don't know, and I don't want to look into depths as to why this person's having this all of a sudden change of heart, because I think certain things are going to come out that I'm technically not allowed to say on here. So I'm not going to even go into depths about why they go from, oh, this is just like a thing I can get off my bucket list real quick. Let me just do this. Like, and then boom, something fucking happens. And they're just like, no, I want to stay here forever. I'm pretty sure we probably know why, but I don't really want to know, nor do I want to find out, because I can't even say it if I wanted to, because I don't want to get in trouble. But I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know what you're going to do. But whatever this thing is that you plan on signing yourself up for, that's how you're going to basically meet them. Basically. That's how you're going to meet this human. Okay, so that is what I have for you, my friend. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys, okay, in your next reading. Bye.